We're going to talk about plant medicine today, and this is a very controversial area for a lot of people. So thank you for being here. Click the like, subscribe, and share. It helps us grow. It helps us all content creators. And if you want to know more about me or my story, you can catch my book on Amazon, God, Where Are You? It's Me. But all the links are below, free Telegram groups, or come to the free membership and do some clearings activations to get a little bit of who we are and why we do it. But I've been awake for 20 years. I wasn't supposed to be here today, born very sick, and many experts told me it wasn't possible. So my journey over the last 20 years has led me to see a lot, and working with so many people around the world is really opened my eyes, and then also some things that I have learned. So I want to share this. It's just my point of view. You can do whatever you want to do. There is no right, no wrong. I'm not here to debate. I'm not here if you've had this great experience and you want to take it. That's not what it's about. I want to show you what and tell you what I've heard and what I've seen, and I will lay it all out for you. So just follow me here. Take away with what you want. Again, the reason I use my hands, my voice, it's the frequency of my voice and my hands. That's what's helped to shift the energy. So pay attention, lift, and you'll see. The more you get to know me, the more you know how I move in the energetic field. All right. So one of the things I want to start to talk about then is plant medicine, because it's a very big thing lately, and it's becoming more popular, and people are like, oh, I had this DMT experience and it feels so amazing, and I let go of all my trauma. There's a lot of things that people don't realize that happen with plant medicine. So I am actually not for plant medicine. Everything you have is already within you. The reason is because you are born as a child of God, right? You are from the God, universe, divine energy. So you are already there. It's like I say, you don't need a master to tell you that now you're anointed. You can pray for someone, or you can move the energy. You are anointed with symbols. So because I said you were. You don't need any of that stuff, right? It's like when a priest says, now you can talk to God. I've confirmed you. You don't need that. You're already from God. You see all the illusions that people get caught up in. So plant medicine, like if you look at ayahuasca, the way it originally worked was the shamans. It's kind of like the shaman would take the medicine. The shaman would take the herbs, and then you go through this routine. Unfortunately, everything in the Western world gets botched. And the things that I have noticed, so I have cleared out so many people that have gone to these big retreats, or they've done this plant medicine stuff, and they're like, oh, but I'm doing better. Okay, just bear with me here. Here's what happens is you go and have an experience. So if you're not just one-on-one with the shaman, and the shaman is actually doing it, you're in a room with a bunch of people. One, you don't know how your body's going to react. You're not in control of the body. So all the bodies are releasing and letting go. These are energies. So your field becomes very open. Don't kid yourself. Those energies can also come into you. And I've seen this repeatedly where people come back and they're like, oh my God, I can't ground, or I'm restless, or what's happening? Oh, it's just part of the process. It's not part of the process. And now you're opening up parts of who you are, because we're so conditioned that it's just with our eyes, right? But what we see over here is actually more reality. And when I was 5 and had a gun to my head, I opened up this reality of where I started to see dark and light. When I had multiple near-death experiences, I didn't just see, oh, rainbows and puppy dog. I saw some pretty nasty shit as well. All the ones you hear about are all the good stories. Oh, they're fine. Well, those things continue to haunt me in many different ways as a small child. And then they went on and on and on as I was in adulthood, and I was just like, what am I, crazy? So I've seen all this stuff. I see it in people. You see the energies that have taken over people, and they come off you. So when you're involved in all these plant medicines, they say, oh, it let me go. Oh, it released. But here's the thing. Bad energy can come in you and make you think your life is good, just like good energy comes in as well. It's an illusion. It's a trickster. And in this space, there's so much of that versus you just becoming empowered and unlocking your skills. The reason people like plant medicine is because they can go and have this experience. I've seen a lot of people get addicted to it. They want to go over and over and over again. And I'm like, oh my God. So if you went and went one time and that was it, again, you're giving away your power to this medicine. You're giving away your power to have what? You can have those experiences if you're willing to actually do the work and the tools. I have them. I teach it to people all the time. And then they go, well, that's too easy. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be hard at all. But people, they want this fix. It's like the big crowd. Everyone's doing it. And, oh, they're flapping around. And energy is very powerful. And it can be very manipulated. And this is why I say, like, one of the things I always say is I only connect to pure God source energy, and only pure God source energy is connected to me. If you're in my community, you've heard me say this many times. I teach it. I've taught it in my certification courses. So people can go out there because you have a unique energy from me, right? So I can teach you something. We're on the same playing field. But you need to move it your way because you're unique. You have your own unique blueprint. So when we get into these plant medicines, you can start attracting in negative energies, demonic energies. It's just like if you're sleeping with a bunch of people, like you pick up their imprint, you take on all their DNA, their crap, and then you wonder why you feel like garbage. Whatever they're eating, smoking, drinking, you got it now in you. Like, there's so much of this stuff that people don't even think about because it isn't taught, because it's also taught to derail you. So no different than how a lot of yoga has been bastardized by, Western society, and it's been taken out of the way it was originally, done, along with plant medicine. But remember, everything you put in your body, you're altering the state of your body. And people have had serious harm. And then a lot of people say, but I love it and I still have a good time. If you love it, then you go do it. But I am going to caution you. If you need something to make you connect, you're disconnected. If you cannot just use your tools, your skills, if you have to put something in your body, that's the same thing as putting alcohol in your body. It really is. And people say, no, it's not, but it is, because all alcohol alters your state. If you can't alter your state naturally by meditation or just pure connection, you are disconnected because you already have everything inside of you. I remember I had this person around me who was convinced if I went and did the toad, I'd change my life. I want to do that because, I don't know, he saw some famous person do it. It's going to change my life. There is so much, this person had so much anger and had so much trauma, childhood trauma, that God forbid anybody that was in his field if he did that. Because that shit flies somewhere. And if they don't know where to funnel it and move that energy, because there's a very specific way that you actually have to move the energy out so it's not going into another person, that can go into someone else. So now you've just infected them. So thank you for infecting someone else because you're so selfish. You want this, magical fix. And this is the problem with society is everybody wants the quick fix. Everybody wants it now. But that's not how it works. You can get a quick fix and you wonder why. It's like winning the lottery. You're going to lose it if you don't have your financial blueprint in place. If you don't understand why you're getting the money, what's happening, you're in trouble. So people don't understand that. And this plant medicine is the same thing. Alters the state, anything that alters you versus your natural ability. You can get that state by doing your forms of meditations or clearings or activations. I can't tell you how many times I've left my body just doing a clearing or an activation. I have them all over the place, whether you're onto the app that's coming out or in the memberships. They're everywhere. They're like so many places. It's literally to empower you. You take it, you move through it, and you can just do it yourself too. You can just sit there and find this, I can't, Trace, my head, it spins too much. Because you haven't learned how to release the stress out of your body. You haven't learned what energy is yours and what is somebody else. You haven't learned how do you focus on the awareness to allow the trauma to go in bits and pieces. You haven't learned that because that's too much work. Yet you'll go to school for 15 years or 20 years to get degrees that really just keep indoctrinating you into other things, right? Like I know many energy practitioners that won't work with people who have PhDs because the more education they have, the harder it is for them to get out of one side of the brain. They're going to stay in the left. They won't go into the right. Oh no, and they just show me the proof, show me the proof. Well, I'm glad your life still sucks because this is what happens, right? And then they can never see someone else's point of view. So this is that area where it's like people don't want to learn. They want a quick fix. And plant medicine has really become people's next drug in the spiritual community. It's a quick fix. You don't need that. It's like when people tell me, oh, I gotta go and I went to this thing and had all these orgies because it released my sexual energy. I'm like, you just got duped. This isn't going to release your sexual energy, because the more people you sleep with, the more of their energy you collect in your field, the more shit you're going to have to clean out. Like, this is such a big topic and there's so much to learn and we're just scratching the surface. But I'm just going to caution you, anything that you put in your body, anything you ingest to alter the space, to take you out of your body, be very discerning. Take the slower way. You know, you got the rabbit and the turtle. Learn. I learned. And, you know, I'm here 20 years later as a testament. My body's completely healthy. I restored my financial health. I restored my love for self. I have great people, great friends. I have a life I love. And I had a life I was so shitty. I just kept trying to die and check out. And was so sick and in so much pain. And I'd make money and lose money. And then I had a great thing of dating people that just, and it was my fault, right? I date people, I was married to someone, just take my money and I just give it because I was such a people pleaser, like, take it, right? Like, it's crazy. Well, I had to learn the hard way and going to put in plant medicine. And if you're somebody that's extremely sensitive to any form of medicine, like me, I died. I died in the hospital when they gave me a small dose of allergy medicine because I was allergic to everything under the sun. Everything. The sun, the moon, the grass, you name it. Couldn't breathe, allergic to everything. They gave me one dose. And I remember as clear as yesterday, I just passed out. I was gone. My heart stopped. They had to crash car me. And that I saw good and bad things. I touch on it in another video below, but good and bad things. So I just want to caution you, because if you're like that, you're not going to have a good experience. And the more you do it, the more the body craves it, becomes addicted to it, and then you have a problem. And again, if you aren't doing it the very traditional way where you don't take it, the shaman takes it, I have to caution you, because everything is inside of you. Absolutely everything. You just have to be brave and want to do the work. Unfortunately, we live in a society that most of you have checked off because you need 30 seconds to tell you what to do. That's why people struggle. That's why people are not living the dreams that they want to live, because it's not how it works. You're not going to start a business by just jumping from thing to thing, right? You have to understand it, keep repeating it, going back and doing it again and again and again. So I thank that hand of God for you. You can comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you haven't checked out my playlist from my past radio shows, when I have my radio show, there's a lot of energy shifts in there. I talk about a lot of what's happening in the world, and I do a lot of shifting. And if you listen to what I'm shifting, you can still get those shifts. Everything that I shift, you can still receive it. So go check it out on the playlist of the radio show. Body Regen cards. Let's see, what energy does everybody that's watching this video today around plant medicine require? Remove parasites. Now this, I love these cards. Okay. Remove parasites. You can get your own deck below. There is a video membership, but remove parasites. Parasites are people, places, and things. This is also very connected to plant medicine, very connected to pharmaceutical, recreational drugs, very connected. And the people become the parasites that are wanting that in the body, but then also you become a parasite to yourself because of the medicine on any form becomes a parasite to you. Yeah, it is. I understand everybody does these science research. I understand it, but why are we not teaching people how to empower themselves and how to actually move with their body? You have this brilliant instrument here, and most people are oblivious. Oh, it's a miracle. I was born. The baby was born. It's a miracle. Oh, you're not a miracle anymore. You're a pain in my ass because I have to get up every night. And we discount what the body can do. Look at how many drugs people can put in their body and it keeps going. Yeah. A miracle. This thing that we are born with, this meat suit, this body that we have a temporary use of is brilliant. We need to start teaching it and treating it that way. That's why I teach the Body Regeneration Method. All right. I love you guys. Have a great day. Click the like, subscribe, and share. Let me know what you think. And we'll see you in the next video.